over Leon. But nevertheless, you know, it's a win. You know, we count those supposedly.
I was gonna say, you know what they say about Leon too, right? He just spawns in at top 8 here in Tri-State, so any win over him is impressive indeed, regardless of who he's playing with.
Yeah. I mean, it's a granted, you know, it's otherwise some pretty decent wins over One Piece Fan 2009. That is a real name. Regardless of that, HypestTown.
Wait, did you just say the One Piece is real?
Well, I mean, considering Synnister won 3-0, I would say the answer is no. But we're at game number 1 on Pokemon Stadium, and you're watching. I'm sorry. Synnister already into triple digits, but then again, that just means it's a Shoto with rage. You never know how that can turn out, but HypestTown puts him in the mixer and gets the KO off stage.
No, saving the jump for the last possible minute after the top 2. Beautiful discipline from Synnister to find the way back to stage, and exactly what you're saying. With Ken, hey, who cares what your percent is as long as you're not dead? You can make them explode. This is very much kill percent. And a P-jab into a Shoryu could have been it, but instead the bike gonna snipe out the Tatsu. HypestTown gonna still close out the first stock. This Tatsu could have been it, looking for the mix-up, and instead, though, it's gonna be the reversal, as this Wario has not been able to be stopped.
Yeah, I mean, Wario, we know, is an offensive juggernaut. There's a lot of stuff. Not exactly a flowchart with Wario. You can do a lot of improvisational stuff. And generally speaking, you have option with how you want to get a KO. You want to go off stage and try to get that, that's fine. But weirdly enough, for a character as aerially gifted as Wario is, tend to do a lot of stuff directly above the stage, which is something that you would not seem, I would say, that really matches up with Kirby's archetype as Synnister. Those things up to off
and with Ken, right, all it takes is those down tilts, those jabs, right, whacking on the damage. This character does so much. But one of the things we haven't seen, we've seen the offense from Synnister, but we haven't necessarily seen in the parry game you expect to see from these Shoto players, especially with Ken on defense. He can close the gap, but if you aren't hitting those parries, it, like we just saw, finally coming out. Are we sure he's not listening to comms right now?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Is there a rule against that? We should find out. Either way, Synnister hitting these jabs off and the confirm into the heavy Shoryuken. As we stop
like,
for one.
It took him 3 minutes to take the first stock. It took him 10 seconds to take the second one. And Ken's explosiveness is otherworldly right now. But speaking of explosiveness, that biker is flashing a little bit yellow, and you know what that means is the Shoryuken go in the opposite way. Unfortunate to bring it to an even game, but with Waft online, Ken on the other side of the screen, one hit from either of these players could just end the game.
Yeah, it's a scary prospect, but nevertheless, HypestTown staring it right in the face is going to chop that. And then, oh, and just when you thought HypestTown opened up the door, going to slam it shut with the most furious gusts of wind, shall we say.
That was such an interesting confirm at the end there too, because he had that falling up there. He could have converted the waft off that, but wasn't feeling confident. Looked to try and catch a panic air dodge afterwards, or with the up tilt, missed it, and then decided to commit and do it again. And a lot of people are still used to seeing Wario just mash up tilt in those situations because he did it for such a long time in the first half of this game. But that move was absolutely gutted over quarantine, and we're only just now seeing the Wario players really start to re-implement into their kit what used to be the mainstay of their kill confirms.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone kept saying, "Oh my gosh, you know, Wario is such a bad character now." You know, now that Waft was nerfed, like, what's the whole point of using Wario? We have so many great examples of good Wario play. This character never fell off. I mean, from the point that Tweak was making him and won multiple majors with him, mind you, there's been just an array of examples
and I mean,
of world-class Wario play, but we're not here to talk about EDB, we're here to talk about
I was gonna say we can't mention BDB to Tweak. I gotta do it for the people, right? Let's us not forget that Gluto
You gotta
might
have
just
faith in me, Ritual.
Gluto's one of the best players in the world right now too with this character, and he hasn't gone anywhere, proving people wrong left, right, and center.
Who's Gluto?
Okay, well, you know what? Just cause Stu's in the skiff camp of not believing Europe is real doesn't mean that we all are.
I mean,
actually, watch a very European matchup here between Ken and Wario. Right, the pressure here going into game 2 is on for Synnister to not be to make this win happen. And PS2 is a really interesting stage choice, a lot larger than you might think to close down that gap on Wario, but you see why he went here, finding that early confirm off the platform, making Wario explode at 7.
yeah, I mean, you certainly get a lot of space with which to work. However, Synnister running out of just a little bit of room with that bike closing down, not really doing a whole lot. I mean, there is a whole mini game where Ken busts up a car, so can't really say it's much of an obstacle, as Synnister has been proving thus far here.
I like the attempt to find the nair, but he was holding in off ledge, right? Like, Ken is known for holding forward, but Synnister quite literally has barely pressed the back button on his control stick all game long, and doing so has put himself right in the range for those stubby hitboxes that Wario loves to throw out. The Shoryu's gonna miss, but up smash not gonna close it out. That's not a Mario up smash, my friends. It's just his mirror opposite, and instead it's gonna be the pressure, but somehow still finding the coach and I like the creative bike play here coming out from HypestTown to just find extra ways to get the pressure, but it's not gonna be enough as Synnister just
They're going to take Synnister off the stage, and how is HypestTown going to be able to deal with the pressure? Now, the good thing about Wario in this instance, you don't have to take. You have one more hit, and then it becomes a 2-stock game, and you're also Wario, so it's really a 1.5 stock game. You can make this happen. It's just a matter of if you have the wherewithal to do it. Are you going to buckle under the pressure?
And good SDI down and away there from HypestTown to fall out of that Tatsu at the perfect moment to avoid the last confirm into the neutral that surely would have spelled doom on game number 1. But Synnister getting caught, buffering a combo, gonna lose the stock to the bite. Waft online here, Stu. This is exactly what you were talking about. HypestTown has a choice on this stock or the next stock to pull that waft out whenever he finds the opening and potentially just bring this game right back even. We are far from out of this one yet.
Certainly not out of the woods at 33%. Synnister can't afford to be on the ledge for that much longer, and that's one way to give yourself space. Go ahead and chin check Wario with the heavy DP, and all of a sudden we are drawn up at 1. Synnister indeed.
What a call out, too. Backs himself into the corner intentionally and just stands there doing nothing as Ken against Wario. You get hit by a forward air there, you're just dead. What do? But he just stands there, he calls out, he dares HypestTown to come in, find that hit, get the option, and get the swing, and calls it out perfectly with the parry to close out the game. You saw the fist bump just there. He knows he got away with a tricky win. And now going into game 3, the question is, can he continue that momentum? Or is HypestTown, with coach in hand here, notably from Haven, one of the best Warios here in the tri-state area, in his ear, where's he gonna go? What adjustments is he gonna make to find a way to put a stop to this man's cryptocurrency onslaught?
So
Street Fighter reference.
Oh, yeah, okay, you know what? Okay, you know what? It took me a minute, but I do appreciate it. In hindsight, it is appreciated. Nevertheless, Synnister is going to... Wow, that actually threw me off quite a bit. We're going to small battlefield for game number 3, closing down the area with which to work. Got to think that works in the favor of Synnister, but then again, just talk me through it. What is the rationale for HypestTown for going?
So, I think the lower platforms here, make it so that some of Ken's platform confirms off Shoryu while still killing early, kill less early, but more importantly, you force Synnister to scrap with you. And while you might think that's scary with Ken, those horizontal cross-stage combos get less damage because there's less space to work with. As well as Wario's hitboxes are even stubbier than Ken's. It gives him that room still with his air mobility to move around and create space. Forces Synnister to actually fight him when HypestTown wants to fight.
Makes sense. So, I mean, it's one way to try to control the pace of play, but you do have that that ability to sort of negate it with Hadouken, though I do suppose.
And we're seeing
you're pretty comfortable jumping into this matchup if you're Wario.
Yes, and you're very uncomfortable if you're Ken, but a benefit for both players is how close these platforms are to stage as well. As the 2-frame comes out to snipe out that DP, closing out the stock on the recovery. Beautiful discipline there from HypestTown. Not going to use the platform there. That extra ledge mix-up, though, much appreciated for both of these characters. As Synnister going way deep and putting himself in disadvantage, going to get put in the up-tilt blender. This is looking like patch 1.0 as Ken, though, finds the reversal and the true Shoryu to put down those up tilts in a blaze of glory.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught the player cam, but HypestTown's face said it all. Just what in the world was that? As HypestTown now going to try to prevent this Ken from closing the gap. However, hitting these parries on some third strike stuff and going to take to the platforms, looking for even more confirmed, packing up the damage with the roundhouse and crescent kicks. A little bit of a jab is going to carry away the fight. However, it's HypestTown, at the very least, catching him with some anti-air nairs.
Yep, and this neutral positioning got extended by a weird Z-axis shift off neutral air, causing Ken's own to miss. Now, though, the 1-forward tilt saving the jump, so Synnister with the discipline able to make it back. You have to be with Ken off stage if you want to survive. I like the strong down tilt mix up and try and call out a jump off ledge with that Shoryu, but not gonna find the stop. Up tilt or down tilt, they're sending the wrong way, and without a jump, fight coming out too late. HypestTown gonna have to be put in the perfect position, but have an unfortunate SD.
I mean, caught with the tech, however, Synnister, you can pick up your honorary Philadelphia card on the way out, but it is going to be a back air at ledge that winds up catching Synnister, and here we are in round 2 of the Arcadian, one stock apiece.
I like the crescent kick there at ledge, right? Already up to 60% off that interaction. That could have been it. That one P-jab would have been the stock, but instead gonna find the neutral air. Send HypestTown plummeting to the blast zone and the pop-off from Synnister.